Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to Minecraft. Guys, The Last of Us Part 1 is about to come out in just 5 days. I am so excited. The Last of Us is the game that got me back into video games. I just stopped playing video games for so long. Because, honestly... I think it has to do with that PS3 didn't have any games when it first came out. No games that I was interested in. All the games that I played when I was that age was like SpongeBob and Crash Bandicoot, and that's it. That's all I played. So I was not interested in Uncharted. I didn't even know what it was. And, yeah, it was just not... It was just not. It was just a different environment. It seemed like every single game that time was just shooters, and there was just more and more and more multiplayer shooters, and I didn't care. I didn't care. It drove me crazy. And you know what? The fact that the PlayStation 3 was a Blu-ray player was actually something that made me really get into movies. And the first movie that I ever got on Blu-ray was a movie called Ratatouille.
Rats!
Rats. Oh, hi, Starry. Oh, Starry! Hello, good morning!
Hey,
How are you?
good, how is?
It's so good! Yay! Okay, Starry is here, everybody. The coolest person in town. Aw, yeah.
Here. Yeah, that sounded better in my head.
So, yeah, Ratatouille the movie was on Blu-ray in 2007. So, big deal. And that's what got me really, really, really into movies and Pixar and whatnot. And so I started collecting Blu-rays, and now I have like 200 Blu-rays or something like that. I don't know. Way too many. Way too many. And...
Most
Go ahead.
fuck, I was just gonna say most people have giant bookshelves with books on their shelves, but you, sir, you, my good sir, have a bunch of movies on your fucking bookshelves, which is cool.
I do. I have so many bookshelves of not books. Because I'm dyslexic. No books here. No books. Alright. Raining or thunder roulette? I say thunder! No, it's rain. The Man Reality says, yo, hey, The Man Reality, how's it going? Welcome, my friend. So anyways, that is, that's how I got really into movies. And then, early 2013 is when the PlayStation 4 was announced to come out. And then the Xbox One announced their thing. And so that got a lot of attention of a lot of people. And so my eyes started to look back at the gaming industry again. Because the next generation is a really big deal. It's such a rare event when we switch to the next generation. Think about it. Since 1994, there's only been 5 PlayStations. And we just got the newest one. So gaming generations last for a really, 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 really long time. So it's not like phones where they just come out with a new one every year. It's a big deal. It's the greatest generational technological leap in any scenario. With computers, they come out with new stuff every year. Cell phones, new things every year. Everything is new things every year, except for consoles. It's like once every 7 years or so. I'm starting to try and get the channel to get a username and such. I'm keeping reality. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
The best thing to do, reality, is to search YouTube for channels with your name. And if you find other channels with your name, then you need to change your name to something that no one else on YouTube has taken that name. Because it's very important for your branding. Whenever you tell someone to subscribe to you, or someone is like, "Oh yeah, what are you on YouTube?" and you tell them, they don't want to be like, "Oh, which one are you?" You don't want to do that because then they won't be able to find you because there's going to be a bunch of them. So you need to find something that is unique, no one else has. For example, my dad has Inspector, etc. No one else has that. And then Starry originally changed their channel name to, what was it? Midnight Shadow to
Walker.
Yeah, to Midnight Shadow Walker. There were hundreds of Midnight Shadows, but no one had Midnight Shadow Walker.
Damn fuckers.
And so that was the one that they changed it to. But now it is what is it? It's Starry Myth, which I haven't checked. I don't know how many channels have that.
There are 50. I'm not sure.
There are 50? Oh my god. Okay.
I think so. I don't know. I also
Then
am prone to exaggerate.
okay. Then you gotta change it to something similar. I'm properly. I'm properly. Is that what that says? I'm properly going.
Yeah.
I'm properly gonna find out branding stuff soon, but RN, I'm trying to find out how to live stream from PS4 to YouTube. Oh, that's really easy. You literally just hit the share button on the controller. They built it into the system. And then it says, do you want to live stream? And you hit yes. And then it says, do you want to live stream to Twitch or YouTube? And you say YouTube. And then it says, okay, what do you want the stream to be called? And then you just type in the name of the stream. And then you hit the button that says start streaming. And voila, you're streaming. That's what I just did. That's what I do every time I go live with Minecraft. It's really that simple.
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
And that was such a smart move on Sony to be like, hey, you know what? Let's let everyone live stream directly from their system. That's pretty dope. Didn't have to do that at all.
Damn.
Damns.
Damses.
Damses. So, anyways, I was out of the gaming scene for a pretty long time until 2013. And then I don't hear about The Last of Us until it already comes out. So, The Last of Us comes out, and I just hear murmurings all over the internet of like, this is the greatest game ever made. And I'm like, what? And they're like, it's a PlayStation 3 only game. And I'm like, really? I'm like, PlayStation 3 has games? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, finally? Like, what's the game? And they're like, it's a like horror zombie-esque game. And it's like the most gruesome, gory game ever. And it has the most incredible story. It's better than most movies. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, no, it is. It's better than most movies. And I'm like, how? It's a video game. I'm like, no, you have to watch it. Watch a playthrough or buy it or whatever you need to do, but like watch The Last of Us. I'm like, all right, so I watched a whole YouTube playthrough and my mind was blown. And I'm like, this is on a PlayStation 3 is running this? I could not believe my eyes of how good the graphics were. I was shocked. And so I bought it, and then I played it with a bunch of friends where we'd like come over, and we would have late nights just playing this game because it was just so horrifying. Like freaking awesome mega thriller. I loved it. And that game is the game that got me back into gaming. After that, I just wanted to collect a bunch of games because The Last of Us changed the industry. It set a new standard for what video games need to be in order to compete. And so many other games since then have become very much extremely high quality storytelling media like The Last of Us. And so that's why The Last of Us is so important to me. I am amazed that they are actually doing a remake for PlayStation 5. I'm so excited, and it looks awesome. That one person has just joined the chat and has a Pixar screenshot as their profile picture, and I couldn't be happier. That one person says, "What's the code?" Yes, that one person, I'm going to send you the code so you can join. But that one person, I'm not sure I've seen you in here before. Are you a returning subscriber or are you a new subscriber? Welcome. Welcome.
Welcomes.
Anyways, you've just been chilling and having fun in Minecraft. Hell, nice. Yeah, I'd love to see your base soon. Make it look really nice, and then we'll explore it. We'll do a review. Someone somehow got creative mode and helped me out too, so I got my own mob farm. Gotcha. Well, everyone, I don't want it to be that time, but it's that time again. I have to put cobblestone in the end. Because I have too much. Starry, would you do me a favor and watch the whole Last of Us Let's Play when we stream it on Thursday night?
Thursday night. Okay. That's this Thursday, right?
Yes.
Cool. What time?
9 p.m. Pacific.
Okay. Okay, I'll try.
Yay!
I was gonna say that is my last day on Earth, which I fucking wish.
Yay! On to Mars! Let's go to Mars.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so yesterday, before we exited the stream, we talked about watching the documentary Roving Mars. And we did. And Starry, what did you think of Roving Mars?
So it's interesting. Humans fail a lot because sometimes we're just fucking stupid, but other times it is amazing of how far fucking brains can go.
Yay! Yeah, I was really impressed by how they were able to get spirit and opportunity to make it to Mars. Reality, oh, I know why I can't stream. I have a time until I can since I just sent a request now. Yes, whenever you send a request, you have to wait 24 hours before you are able to stream. Why? Because
Because YouTube said fuck you?
Yeah, YouTube said because we say so. My hypothesis is that YouTube is preventing bots from live streaming some bullcrap, and so you have to wait 24 hours before you can just start live streaming. And I guess maybe somehow that prevents bots somehow, or maybe they could catch it within that amount of time, because maybe bots act differently. I don't understand. I don't know. But that's my only hypothesis as to why they do that.
Which fucking villager does the mending books? Oh no, wait, did I just pass by?
Any librarian can do it. But oh, you're asking which one in the thing? Yeah, there one of them is there. They're locked up. The ones that are locked up have the good traits. And if there's one that's locked up that's not a librarian, they got in there by accident. And I can't get them out without getting out the person that's supposed to be in there.
Okay, found him.
Yay.
I swear this one corner was not showing up even though I've done like 10 circles around here already. I fucking swear this guy was not here before. The second I opened my mouth to ask, he suddenly popped up. I'm like, okay, fuck you. Guess you need a magic code word then.
And he was all
Okay.
like, huh.
Huh. Just laughing at me in villager. Fucking damn him.
Damns it all to hells.
Yes.
You know, it's okay to not believe in God, but it's not okay to not believe in hell, because hell is real and we're all going there.
Hell is a universal belief. It transcends everywhere. Even atheists
Yes.
say, go.
Yeah. The man in reality. Oh, I also found out how to do a cool design for smelting ores and such. If you put a bunch, it does all the work over time. Okay, I'll pretend I understand what that means.
Yeah, no, my brain doesn't work right now. Sorry.
Sorries.
Please. Da, 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 da. Oh, fucker.
Is everything okay?
Yes.
Yay! You didn't say it that time, so I thought something actually was bad.
No. We fine. I'm just mad at damn villagers. Okay, let's go get some sticks. Who fucking trades sticks here? Come here.
They all trade sticks. All the Fletchers. There's so many of them.
Horny for sticks. Got it.
Mm-hmm. You need tons.
I'm running.
Is your inventory full of wood?
Absolutely not. Is
Okay.
it?
No, you need at least half of your inventory filled with wood to like fully heal your pickaxes and whatnot. If you have an entire inventory full, you can heal almost entirely 2 tools. So typically my pickaxe and my shovel need to be healed, and so I just fully fill up my inventory with wood, and then I just turn it into sticks as I go, and then that is normally enough.
I was gonna Google it because I don't like asking a bunch of fucking questions. But how the fuck does mending work? Because after it got added to the update, I was just so
Okay.
frustrated.
Yeah, I'll explain it. So, mending, um, it works differently for armor versus tools. So I'll explain. I'll explain armor first. As you wear the armor, if your armor is damaged, when you get experience and you're wearing the armor, the experience heals the armor instead of filling up your experience bar. It will fill up your experience bar if all of your armor is healed. All the way. Okay. When it comes to healing tools, you have to be holding the tool when gaining the experience to heal it.
Okay.
So villagers are really good because I can just hold my pickaxe as I trade with them. And then they spill out a bunch of experience. But you need a lot of trades. So you need like an inventory full of wood to turn into sticks to make that happen.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yay!
Jesus.
I'm always scared that glitch is going to come back when I go into the end. Once upon a time, there was a glitch that when you went to the end, it just spawned you like 100,000 blocks away for no reason.
That sounds fucking annoying as all fuck.
Oh yeah, it was really annoying. Because you would have to find a way to walk all the way back. Because you were stuck in the end with all of the stuff that you brought. And you're like, motherfucker. I have to survive. Otherwise, all my stuff is doomed. So I have like random bridges in my end. Because that was me coming back from a really, 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 really long journey. It was totally unnecessary. I'm glad they got rid of that bug. But that was not welcomed.
That sounded so traumatized. That was not welcomed.
It was the most unnecessary bug. Because you spawned way out in islands. Way, 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 way far away.
Wee.
Also, I'm really excited for the Last of Us TV show that's gonna come out early next year.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm. It is gonna be an HBO show, and it is the most expensive HBO show they have ever done, more expensive than Game of Thrones. So they're taking it really seriously.
Is it gonna be animation, live action, what?
It is live action. I would use one of my totems of undying here because dying is very prevalent in the end, but falling off the end, uh, a totem of undying isn't going to help. It's not even like I can place a water bucket to like hopefully catch myself in the water because I'm building at the very lowest level of the end. So the water would have no place to go. So if I fall one block from where I currently am, then 100% chance of death.
I'm honestly hearing a complete, well, congratulations, you played yourself over and over with every new scenario you're proposing.
Yay! No, I'm being very careful. I never had fallen off or even come close to it because I'm using that bridging technique thing, but I'm doing it so far away from the edge. Like I'm like 3 blocks away from the edge, so I feel very safe. Um, the important thing is that I just need to make sure that I stay very, very awake while I'm doing this project. Because I definitely do not want to lose the stuff I have on me. And yes, I will be doing a live stream of The Last of Us Part 1 on the main channel. So if you guys are not subscribed already, then make sure you guys go to the main channel, Bryce Barnett, and subscribe so you guys can be there for The Last of Us Part 1 live stream. We're going to go live the night before because it releases at midnight Eastern time, which is 9 p.m. our time.
Hey,
Yeah, we're so cool. which means if we stream at 1 a.m., then for Starry, it's going to be 4 a.m. Yay!
Hello, Cinnabon.
What did you say?
Hello, Cinnabon. I love you. Because now I gave Cinnabon a little bamboo thing. Oh.
Aww.
I will make you a happy home. Don't worry, Cinnabon. Ah! Too cute.
How soon do you think you'll be able to get on Minecraft when you go to, where are you going? Boston?
Let's see. It honestly probably depends. Because first, let me see. I made a fun little schedule because Daddy Johnny had also requested it, and I was like, ha! Beat you to it! I made my own schedule so I can see what the fuck I'm doing.
Yay.
Let's. Uh, fun. No, I'm not interested in downloading the app. It sucks. Thank you.
What app?
For Google Sheets.
Ah. What's your opinion of the Vector Impact app?
Oh, fucker. No, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Fucking fuck. It's fucking terrible.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not the only one.
No, I saw it from the moment I downloaded it at training. I was like, oh, fucker, this runs like a fucking... It was made in 1990 or something. I was like, crap. I'm like, it's so...
Yeah, before smartphones, okay.
Yes, that's how bad it runs. I have been thinking of sending a thingy to Kevin, but I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, ugh. I'm like, why? Nothing's going to change. I'm like, but at the same time, you do as a...
The benefits of the app versus the headaches of using it
Not
are absolutely not worth it. And what are the benefits?
that. A good laugh. Out of my own pain. That's what it is.
Because I'm like, what's even the point? And then Ben is very passionate about the app. He thinks it's incredible. So Kevin and Ben think the app is incredible, and they're absolutely allowed to think that. And so I'm like, what is the app for? And they're like, it's to schedule demos and like get recommendations and do this and do that, and it's all in one app. And I'm like, okay, but what does it do that we couldn't do before?
You see, I have gotten complaints from customers complaining about the format of the app. They're like, it's stupid. And I'm like, don't worry, I know. And then we end up bonding over how terrible it is.
Okay, you should tell Kevin that. Because I'm the only person that's bringing it up that I'm like, I legitimately think it should be optional for reps to use this app because I think it's actually that bad. And I just, like... Jared never uses the app. Ever. She can't figure out how it works. And I'm just like, I literally don't care whether you use it or not. Just don't. She's like, really? Will I get in trouble? I'm like, no. Kevin will give me shit for it, but I absolutely don't care. Kevin, for some reason, is really passionate about shoehorning in this app into everything. There's from a manager point of view, here is one benefit of the app. You ready? If the rep has the app and they make the phone calls through the app, then the manager can see how many calls they made.
Oh, yeah, that are...
But even if the rep has the app, I feel like most reps would rather just make a, I don't know, regular phone call instead of doing it through the app. Why on earth? It's just so not intuitive.
I mean, whenever I do a call through the app, it doesn't even call them right away anyway. It opens up the phone app and then it just waits for me. Like, are you sure you want to end your life and pick up the phone? Like, are you sure?
Yeah, I just don't use it. Toast Cat says, "Hey everyone, hey Toast Cat, how's it going?"
Cat!
Um, does the app ever not display properly? Like, it's has it ever said that you didn't make a phone call when you did?
That's why I get frustrated with it. And I'm like, you know what? No.
So it does do that.
Yes, it does.
Okay, because Kevin has literally told me, Bryce, you and only your people have problems with the app. So you should figure out the app because you're literally the only person in all of Vector that is having people have problems with the app not working. So the app isn't not working. It's just your people are lying to you. And I'm like, yeah, all my people are lying to me. That checks out.
I'd also told him about it during Alliance. Yeah, during Alliance when we were doing the thing. I'm like, I made calls on it. I'm like, but it wasn't working or like some of them didn't show up. And he didn't even, I think he mumbled something, but I couldn't even hear him. And then he just glossed over. He's like, okay. And I
He
was like, mm.
literally is just ignoring the app is like Kevin's ultimate confirmation bias. Toastcast says, I got myself into a little bit of a problem while playing on Erect. Oh no, what happened?
Friends.
Like any information of the app not working, Kevin writes it off as, oh, well, the rep is just using it wrong. And
I keep
every
getting
time it does work, he's like, see, it's amazing. And like, it's really not. Like we were able to do everything fine without it. And if anything, I I wonder if there's even enough evidence to support the hypothesis whether the app even gets more recommendations than what we did before. Because before, we just said the recommendation approach, we didn't have them download any app or anything, and then we just had them tell us the names and phone numbers, and we wrote it down ourselves. The end. And it was just way simpler.
if anything, the only thing that I do like about the app is that when the customer downloads it, they can give me feedback. But it would work better if I
Can you
actually
see
sat
the
down.
feedback?
That's what I'm saying. It would work better if I could actually sit down with Kevin and ask him, "Hey, can you give me the feedback?" Like I tried that before, like in the early summer and stuff. I'm like, "Hey, can you give me some of the feedback and stuff because I can't see it?" And he's like, "Oh." And then he said he would send it to me. He never did. And then I had a meeting with him, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, feedback." And he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I'll send it to you." He pulled it up. He never sent it to me. So I've been thinking of asking him this person,
I
like, "Hey,
have absolutely no idea where to find this feedback. And the questions are stupid. It's just asking you, did you show up on time? Yes. Was it professional? Yes. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, rank Starry's Cucko knowledge. That's it.
yeah, does it even help?" Because I'm like,
It's
I'm reading
it's
from.
that is not helpful. It could theoretically be helpful if there were more questions, but there's not. You fell into lava, and I think I was able to log out before I died, but no one has been able to remove the lava so far. Oh, dang. I'm sorry, Toasted Cat. That sucks.
At least he thought quickly. I would not be able to think that quick. I would be stuck in my panic of like, oh shit, there's lava. And then I would die. So props to you, Cat.
To exit the world? I mean,
Yes. The world. I wouldn't.
well, that doesn't really help too much. I mean, I guess if you logged onto a different account and then removed the lava, I guess you could save yourself that way. Um, that being said, though, now I mean you unless the lava gets removed by a different account, you pretty much doomed yourself because when you load in, it loads in your character for like 10 seconds before you actually enter the world. So your character will be taking damage in lava for 10 seconds before you actually have a chance to like swim out of it. So, so yeah, if you ever try to enter back in, you would be dead before you even spawned.
Oh,
And there's also a problem with Bedrock. That's just how the game loads.
that's fucking bullshit.
Yep. So the benefit of the app, um, truly, is mainly just for the manager to like spy on the rep to make sure they're making phone calls. And I'm like, I don't even feel like that's even very useful because I don't understand why we can't just take their word for it. And it's not even like useful for them to like lie about it. It doesn't like the benefits of this app just don't make sense to me. I don't get it.
If anything, I feel like whenever I complain about there's a problem with the app, I feel like he just thinks I'm lying. I'm like, okay,
No,
whatever.
legitimately. He thinks that the app works perfectly for everybody, and anytime anyone says it doesn't work, they're just doing it wrong. That's not true. And I swear to God, like every meeting, there's someone that says, or they used to say, "Hey, the app isn't working. I don't know how to get this to go," or something in the chat, and then Kevin is like, talk to your manager, and they'll help you out." And like that's the answer. And then they call me, and I'm like, I don't know, just don't even use it. I'll just wait until the security gets back to me since we exchanged discords yesterday. Nice. That's dope. You'll find a way. Champions find a way.
Hell yeah.
I have a lot of older applicants in, or I should say, older reps in my district, and they have, they're not technical savvy, and they're also asking their customers who are not tech savvy to like download an app and everything, and it's just making the demo way too long. It's making the customer confused, and confused customers don't buy. So,
Yeah.
like, I literally feel like it is causing um, people to not buy because of that. Oh, gosh. I don't
And then
understand why they just don't promote the idea that it's optional.
they honestly fucking should. I fucking hate what? What was I gonna say? Why did I fucking forget my sentence mid-sentence? That's so fucking rude of my
You
head.
hate
What the
why they don't just.
fuck? No, it was something that happened on a demo. What? I was introducing the app or something? What the fuck was it? I don't know. Fuck me, I forgot the fucking thing. Mm. I don't know, but I know that when we go to Vegas, I'm gonna sit next to Kevin in that limo, and then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, bro, we gotta talk about the app."
I feel like that's not a good place. You should do that in a PC over Zoom.
Hmm.
Kevin would be like, no, Kevin in Vegas does not want to talk about work. When we're in a limo, we're not talking about work. We're talking about anything else.
Right.
Your flight's all confirmed and everything? Starry.
Yes, I said yeah, huh?
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it at all.
What was it? It was something Kevin literally tells us to do whenever the something doesn't work with the app.
I have backup scripts for all of my reps in case the demo doesn't work or the app doesn't work or if all the things that are supposed to work don't work. I have backups to everything ready to go. And I'm like, this needs to be promoted. Because what if something happens? Like, what if this has happened before? The website for the demo just shuts down.
Wow.
So no one could do a demo unless they have access to the old demo. And you just don't even say it exists.
That's a fucking thing?
Yes.
Oh, fucker. Okay. I hate when Kevin says, the app is the best thing ever. Like, what was it?
It's
Like whenever
not.
we're talking about getting recommendations and stuff, he's like, and you guys are lucky you have the app to work with. He's like, back in our days, we didn't have it. And I was like, first of all, shut up, because the app does not make my life easier. The app makes it easier so I don't have to write down a bunch of fucking numbers. But no, the interface is not helpful at all. And that's when people start complaining. They're like, oh, and what do I press next? I'm like, oh, it's that button that should be down there. And then they completely read the name of a different button. I'm like, that's not in my script. I'm like, but it sounds the same. So yeah, I guess.
It sounds like a fucking nightmare. It's not intuitive. I said to Dan Cassetta at the end of 2020. No, it was 2021 actually. Hey, this app and demo and everything is not what I thought it would be. It doesn't even have the old demo that we had actually had the phoning script built into it. And this one doesn't. And I'm like, how are reps supposed to phone? How are they going to know the script? And they're like, oh, we forgot to add that. And they never did.
God.
And I'm like, this is so just not smart. Like, if I was a rep, I would have quit because of how hard it is, because you guys don't know how to make it intuitive. I'm like, whatever you do, you need to make it Apple simple.
Hmm.
It has to be so easy that anyone without a brain can use it no problem. And right now it's not.
Oh my
It's
god, no.
insanely complicated.
Whenever I end a fucking phone call, or like sometimes I'm chanting the customer's name just in my head, or I write it down somewhere just so I don't like, because fucking I'm calling recommendations. I don't know their fucking names, and then sometimes I forget who did the reference thing, and then it has the notes, which I like that it has the notes features right there. But how the fuck do I access my notes whenever I'm like still on a call and I go back to it as the phone is
Oh my
still ringing?
God.
It's like, how was the phone call? And I'm like, go away, the phone is still ringing. And I have to put an option like, oh, it was great, we set a demo, or not great, I'm going to call back later. It's
Toasted
like, did
Cat
you?
been hearing you guys go on about this app and was wondering what you guys are talking about. We work together, Toasted Cat, and right now we're just complaining about our job. And so I understand it's completely out of context for all of the viewers, and I apologize. But maybe how angry we are is entertaining. So there's that. Hope you enjoy. This is what Starry and I would be talking about if we were just playing by ourselves. And guess what? We're playing by ourselves. So we talk about what we please. If it isn't apparent already, I do not take this channel seriously. um, at all.
No.
But for whatever reason, YouTube demands that this is the most successful channel that I have. So, okay, sounds good. I guess I'll keep doing it then. I won't take it seriously. Second channel, don't care. Anyways, yeah, go. I interrupted you, Starry.
I don't know.
You're. Oh yeah. You can't access the notes, or it's just not easy to do. God, because when I had everything written down in front of me, I just had my notebook open, and guess what? The notes were right next to the name. I saw who I know who recommended them, and I can literally just write down, hey, when let's say somebody is like, oh hey, call me back later. We're looking for my daughter right now, and it's very important. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, I hope all that goes well. This is an actual situation that happened. And then I called back a week later, and I'm like, hey, did this is Bryce. Your friend recommended you. I called a week ago, and you said, there was you're trying to find your daughter who was missing. Like, did everything go okay? Like, how's it going? And like, oh yeah, we found her. Yeah, she was being dumb and something boyfriend. Anyways, he's like, yeah, I'm surprised you remember that. I'm like, no, yeah, of course. I wouldn't have remembered it if I didn't write it down. So I wrote down exactly what he said. And so then I scheduled an appointment with them. That appointment had such great rapport. It lasted like 5 hours, and they bought a homemaker. And they gave me like 30 recommendations. And it was great. I don't know. I just don't. I can't stand the idea, because I know whenever any time a customer is confused, they always want to just not participate. So anytime a customer's like, oh, what do I do? Is it this? Or like, man, back when everything was in person, there was no confusion. It was just, Cucko's epic. It makes sense. Let's do this.
Damn straight.
Here's the thing. If the app is so great, it should be able to promote itself. Meaning, like, if I were to start selling again, I should want to use the app because of how great it is. And I don't, and I won't, because it's not great.
I'll drink to that, bro.
It is a complete waste of time. It makes customers want to not buy or participate or give recommendations because it's such a headache. And they're like, Jesus Christ, if I have to go through all of this trouble, everyone I recommend will have to go through all this trouble, and they won't want to sit through this. They'd be pissed at me if I made them sit through this hour of confusion. Fuck that. No. Makes complete sense when people say they don't want to give recommendations when they had so much trouble with the app. Duh. Absolutely stupid. What a waste of time. Just so what? The managers can spy on how many phone calls the reps are making? Literally, all you have to do. Here's what I just told Jarrah to do the other day. I'm like, all right, Jarrah. So we wanna focus on seeing how good you are making phone calls. Okay. So every time you make a call, just put a tally on a piece of paper. When somebody schedules, put a check mark. And when somebody picks up but they don't schedule, put an X. If you get the same amount of check marks as X's, that's totally normal. If you get more X's than check marks, then there is, we gotta work on that. If you somehow get more check marks than X's, then you're like the greatest person ever. But typically, 1 out of 10 phone calls will schedule an appointment. So you can use this to keep track of how many phone calls you make. Because if you're like, oh, I made calls all day, but you actually counted and you just sat in your chair and you only made 20 calls that day, well then, congratulations, you wasted 12 hours doing nothing but having anxiety about making phone calls. You could have just made those 20 calls in an hour and then taken the rest of the day off. So I'd much rather you be focused on getting your calls out of the way as fast as you can and then move on with your day. And then she's like, all right, sounds good. And it's a lot more productive that way.
Yeah, it sounds productive.
And I like to think it also gives Jarrah self-discipline because she is seeing the results as she's writing them down. And she's marking them herself, so she feels in control over what's happening. Not an app is spying on your activity because you're making phone calls through it. And whenever you don't, your manager is like, hey, make phone calls through the app so I could spy on you.
I know. That's what it literally feels like whenever, I don't know, whenever fucking he asks about calls and stuff. I'm like, okay, I know, I'm not stupid. I know you're looking at it through the app. I'm like, meh.
Oh, you want to know the best part? Here's
the
Here's the best part. For the managers, in order to spy on reps, they want managers to spend, get this, they want us to spend $50 a month to access the ability to spy on our reps through this app. And I laughed so hard. I'm like, fuck, no. I'm like, why? They're like, oh, Bryce, it's so good. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a waste of time and money. It's so stupid. I am not paying that. Absolutely not. And Kevin's like, all right, I'll cut you a deal. I'll pay for half of it. And I said, you will pay 100% of it, and I will try. And he's like, okay, deal. But he's never actually followed through on that deal.
What the fuck do you... Okay, $50? Oh my god, for $50, what? Are you getting access to the web cameras too? Like, what the fuck?
No, yeah, I'm like, and what? What exactly does this give me? Atharva says, hi, hey, Atharva, how's it going? Welcome back, my friend.
Hey.
No, it's total horseshit. And I'm like, Kevin, this app adds absolutely no value. Objectively. Does not do anything. What is the point? Why do you want it to be shoehorned in so badly? The demo is better without it. Oh, God.
I'm sorry, that's just fucking... Oh my god.
It's because the company made the app, and Kevin has to promote whatever the company wants him to promote. So he'll say whatever he needs to in the moment to make anything sound good.
Is it $50 a month? Is that what you said?
I think that's what it is. It's all I know is it's just some absurd number. It's just like absolutely not even like slightly worth it. And I'm like, Kevin, that's more than all the streaming services that people normally pay for combined every month. Like, there's a reason I don't pay for streaming services like that because it's just stupid. And Kevin, everything that this app does, people can do with a pen and paper. Absolutely pointless and is better off without it. And you just getting frustrated at reps for not using it makes them feel like they're not heard because they hate using it.
Bruh.
So no.
Again, it's like an obscene amount of money per month. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, it's an obscene amount of money per month for the managers to pay for. Oh, and this company that does this is actually not incorporated with Vector. It's actually a separate company. It's called WebPDI. And so you can't charge your Vector account to do this. You have to pay out of pocket. Fuck that. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What am I building? I'm building a floor to my end, and I'm ranting about my job. So I understand if this doesn't make any context, any sense whatsoever. I'm just ranting. We're getting this off our chests because we have no other place to do it.
Yes. Because it's fucking stupid. But, like, that just makes it worse. I feel like the app should at least function fucking better or have some better, like, interface or whatever. Just, especially if you're fucking paying for it. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, we're apparently paying for the servers. Because the people who made the app want to make money.
Money.
And
Money.
I'm just like, there is negative value in this app, so you should be paying me to use it. Bitches. Biggie says, yo, hey, Biggie, how's it going? Welcome. Biggie, I'm not sure I've seen you in here before. Are you a returning subscriber or are you a new subscriber? Welcome. Do you have an Enderman farm? I don't. I don't. All I'm doing is just making a floor in my end because I have way too much cobblestone. I need to get rid of it. And the idea of being able to fall forever in the end is absolutely horrifying to me. So this gets rid of my fear. But Bryce, it's statistically impossible for you to build an entire floor to the end. Watch me.
You really said, watch me, bitches.
Watch me do it. It's already pretty big, actually. I'm surprised by how much is already here. How much we've already accomplished with this absurd mission. I wonder if anyone's actually tried to do this before. Why do you have a map in the hand? Why don't you have a map in your hand?
Hashtag free the maps.
Yeah, I always have a map in my hand. I like to see my world. That's why I have it there. Cool, because Kevin has been gaslighting me, making me think that the app has only had problems for just me. And now I'm vindicated because it's happened to you too. His own rep from his own pilot, who's doing really well, is also having problems. I wonder if it's happening to everyone in the fucking company.
For real.
God.
Fuck.
And they just shut up about it because they're too scared because their manager gets so upset when they don't use the app. They treat them like they're fucking stupid for not being able to figure out this app that's broken.
Give me
God.
2.
Why can't people just fucking think objectively? And it's not just Vector, it's also like every job has people in higher up positions that cannot think objectively. It's not just Vector. In fact, Vector is actually the most free out of all of them. There was the app used to be way worse in how glitchy it was. Which computer do I have? I have a PC. It is a Quasimo, which is a brand off of Toshiba. I bought it in 2013. It was like $3,000 back then. Anyways, the app used to be so glitchy that there was a talk whether or not we should even use the app at all and just teach only the old demo. And there was a vote to teach the new demo with the app.
Oh.
And I actually agreed to this vote under the circumstances that we teach the new one because the new one will work most of the time. But also teach the backup one as well. So my reps know how to access the backup one. Just in case they have problems. Like if they get to a customer that is completely not tech savvy, I'm just like, hey, spend maximum 5 minutes with them, and if they can't figure it out, just do the other one. It's not worth the time. Like the amount of rapport that you're ripping apart by having them try to download an app that isn't working is a complete waste of time and is ruining your demo. You need to move on. So just do whatever works.
I've never fucking heard that before.
What?
Everything you just said, which is kind of expected, but I never fucking heard that. And I'm just thinking back to this demo I did with my mom's friend, and we spent fucking around 10-15 minutes just trying to get through the app part of it. I was like, okay, and you're gonna want to download this. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mika, had something with my phone and stuff. And I was like, oh, it's okay, I'll help you through it. And so I was like talking her through it and stuff, and she's like, hi, Mika. And she's like, why is this so complicated? I was like, oh, don't worry and stuff.
It's so fucking complicated! Every single time somebody has to press a button to do something, it is a waste of time. It should take as little clicks as possible. If the demo is just send them an email and they click on the link and that's all they do, awesome. But then they throw in the app on top of that, and then it's just so fucking complicated. And while recommendations can be easy if the customer knows technology, if the customer does not know technology very well, then it just takes too long to explain. The recommendation approach is like a book long because it explains the whole app throughout the whole thing. It's so fucking crazy. It is nonsense. The main reality, right now I'm just working on a new base, on Minecraft Hell. Awesome. I can't wait to see it. All right, you ready? You ready, Starry? Go to your computer. I'm going to tell you a website. You ready for this?
Absolutely.
All right.
Bruh.
Are you ready?
I can't tell if you're being serious or if you're going.
I'm being serious.
Fucking. La 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 la. Let it load, let it load, let it load. La la la. Da 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 da. You can do it, I believe in you. Come on. Come on, little fucker. Come on. Okay, ready.
myvectordemo.com. What do you see?
Cutco presentation manual. Ooh.
Cool. That is the script. Open up another tab.
Okay.
yourcutcodemo.com.
Oh, hello.
That is the presentation. That's it. It's that simple.
No fucking way. No fucking... I feel cheated. I feel cheated on by my own fucking manager. Managers! What the fuck? There's 3 of them! 3!
This website, the My Vector Demo one, has access to scripts, like the phoning script. It's on the website. You just go to the top corner and click on phoning. Boom, phoning script. And then you go to the top corner and then click on recommendations. Boom, recommendation script. The old way, where they just tell you the names and numbers and you just write them down. Boom. That's it.
I've never seen a red homemaker before. It looks fucking beautiful.
They don't have a red homemaker on... Yes, they do.
They do. That's why I'm saying I've never seen a red homemaker before. They've only ever, like, on the one that we showed, they only show the black and white one. They don't show the fucking red one in all its beautiful fucking glory.
What?
It's fucking messed up. Hashtag
No. I think this one you're wrong on. I know for sure I've seen a red homemaker on the demo. The part where you ask the customer, do you like the classic white or the red handles? You're supposed to show a picture, and the picture has 3 homemakers, all in the different colors.
Nah. No
Yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah, that's on there.
Let's go to the practice demo right now. Let's see.
No, no. The practice demo doesn't work. Use the real demo. Make a fake demo for yourself. Practice demo's fucking bogus. It's another piece of shit. X Games says, hi. Hey, X Games, how's it going? Welcome. And X Games, I'm not sure I've seen you in here before. Are you a returning subscriber or are you a new subscriber? Welcome.
Welcomes! Okay, so I know that there's a red... I know that all the pieces in the homemaker come in red. Because I was bitching to Kevin when I won my fast start stuff. I'm like, I want all my shit in red. And then he's like, I don't know if they all come in red. I'm like, they absolutely do. I do the demos. But I'm talking about because, like...
They do.
I'm in the block. That's what I'm talking about. And these ones, don't they just show them, like, outside the block, just laying out?
I don't know what you're asking.
Let me see. Come on. Hurry up.
I'm missing context to your question.
So, like, on the site that you just showed me, the fucking Godsend one, it shows the homemaker, like, the homemaker pieces and stuff inside the block, and the handles are red. That's what I was talking about, like, fuck, I've never seen a red homemaker before. But, like, and I know there's a fucking red, I know the homemaker pieces themselves do come in red, because, like, again, when I was, like, during my fast start and I went everything up to the butcher knife and shit, I was like, I told Daddy Donnie, I'm like, hey, I want all my shit in red. And he's like, oh, I don't know if it comes in red. So I was like, they absolutely do. I've seen them all in red in the fucking in the demos and stuff. But and that's what I'm like getting at, like in the
Wait, hold that thought. X Games is a new subscriber, yay! So X Games, welcome to the sub club. As you guys know, whenever we get a new subscriber, with their permission, of course, I suck their toes. That's right. It sounds a little bit something like this. So welcome, my friend. Welcome. Hope you enjoy it here. All right, so X Games, how'd you find the channel? And then Etharva says, can I join with Trial Minecraft? I don't think so. All right, go ahead and keep going, Starry.
Fuck that. I'll be damned. Apparently it does show the homemaker pieces and the fucking homemaker block all in red. What the? Why the fuck did I think the fucking picture looked different then? I don't know. What the
Maybe because it
fuck?
used to be.
Okay. I'm fucking psycho. Okay, cool. Ooh, pretty though. Very, very pretty. Okay.
So there's a huge advantage with this demo, or excuse me, the one that you were taught. The huge advantage is that the customer will never be lost on the demo itself. On the other one, you have absolutely no idea if the customer is looking at the same page as you are. The customer has to walk themselves through the demo. The customer interacts with the demo and they click on stuff to keep going. Because they're just independent websites.
So for this one, or would I just share them the link with this one too, or how do I fucking...
You just tell them to go to your kakodemo.com. I was just bored and you seemed like a nice guy. I appreciate it, X Games. I appreciate it. Right now we're ranting about our job, and it's completely out of context, so I understand if you guys all unsubscribe right now, because we are temporary just talking about this. But we'll probably be done soon ranting about it. Anyways, yes, Minecraft, Last of Us, fun things. Okay, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
What was I talking about?
Well, I was talking about how customers never get lost on the new one. Whereas the old one, you just tell them to go to that website, and then you have to walk them through themselves navigating it. So, especially for customers who are not tech savvy, it was pretty hard to do. But with the new one, all they need to do is just click on the link from their email and then sit back and relax. And that's all that they have to do. You can completely control their screen. These are just independent websites. So they just go to it and whatnot. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. However, there's one thing. And you need to know the secret in order to actually have it work. For the my vector demo one, it doesn't show the prices in the script.
I was looking at that. I'm like, this one looks smaller.
Yeah, it doesn't show the prices in the script because at this point I'm making a base near spawn for anyone to use. Awesome, that's very nice of you, Reality. Do you have plans to play other games besides Minecraft? Yes, on my main channel. You guys know this is actually my secondary channel, Minecraft Bryce Barnett. My main channel is called Bryce Barnett. So go subscribe to that one because we're going to be playing The Last of Us Part 1 on Thursday night. And yeah, right now we're just finishing up Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So it's been fun. Okay, what was I saying?
Scripts, the old demo didn't have it. Also no prices.
Oh, yeah, no prices. So, in order to get the prices for the My Vector demo one, and you just have to memorize this, when you go to page 9, you have to click on the actual words, page 9. It's a secret. And then the prices will be displayed.
Wow.
myvectordemo.com. You scroll down to where it says page 9, and page 9 is a link to the rest of the demo with the prices.
Why the fuck is it so fucking hidden? Okay.
Why? Because when we are teaching reps this in training, we don't want them to look at the prices without explanation of why Cutco is so expensive in comparison to junk knives. They would be like, oh my gosh, these are way too expensive. It would be impossible to sell these. And then they give up before they understand why it's actually easy to sell. So the prices have to be hidden. And that's also why the practice demo does not have the prices. And you can't write up orders. You can't do shit with the practice demo. It's just for practice for training. That's it.
I got this.
Have you played God of War or have plans to play? Are Atharva? No, God, fuck. How do you pronounce your name? Atharva. Would you watch if I played every God of War game? Would you watch that? I'm curious. If I played all the God of War games, would you watch that? If I played them all in order, would you watch that? I'm curious. Because if you would watch it, I just posted a complete playlist into the chat of me playing every single God of War game in order for you to watch. Will you watch it? Go watch it.
No, fucker. I misplaced wool. Okay.
Oof. Yeah, so Atharva, you definitely need to subscribe to the main channel because we will play all the games that you're interested in.
Very funny man. Very funny commentary.
What?
Commenting on your commentary for God of War.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. I will watch God of War 3 only because I have played other parts of God of War. Nice. Yeah, go ahead. Honestly, I would say God of War 3 is actually my favorite one. I understand the fourth one is really good. Boy. I don't know, it was just really boring to me. It was really slow. Again, I still gave it like a 10 out of 10. I'm just talking about my subjective personal enjoyment. Okay? So, I understand the story is great. And I still loved it. But 10... I say 10 because I'm thinking of the year it came out, 2010. God of War 3 was definitely a lot more entertaining. It was a lot more fast-paced. A lot of shit was happening. We were pulling people's heads off. We were stabbing things as we were riding them. It was everything we would have wanted. So, feel free to use that demo.
Yay! I definitely will fucking be using it.
Cool. And then
Thank
when you
you.
sell a whole bunch, you should tell Kevin that you're using it. Because then he'd be like, oh, well, maybe I should reconsider this whole app shit thing. And just be like, hey, guess what, Kevin? I've been getting 3 times more recommendations by writing it down than having them use the app. Because there are many people that just gave me 0 because they didn't want to deal with the app. Customers hate it. Reps hate it. It's stupid. Stop it. Just have it be an option. Like like I said, there is value to it for the right customer, and there's value in the other way. So it should be on a case-by-case basis. But that's too complicated to teach. They should just teach one way. Okay, well, then I would agree that the best way to do it is the way they're currently teaching it if you have to choose just one way to do it. But I'd rather you teach multiple ways so the rep can make their own choice and feel like they have control in the situation. Because otherwise, what happens when the app just doesn't work, or the website gets shut down because they're doing maintenance on it, and just the rep is like, oh, I was in the middle of a demo and now I can't access it. Well, bye, customer who's never going to buy now. That was a waste. Like, they're just supposed to feel like, well, I'm shit out of luck? No, there's a whole nother demo. Why not teach them it exists? It's not that hard. Fuck. Do you have the link to that Santa Clarita, like, Cutco Resources Google Doc thing?
But yes, I do.
Yeah, it's on there. It is under click for backup, demo, no, it says click for backup script and backup customer presentation. The script is myvectordemo.com, and then the customer presentation is yourcacodemo.com.
Okay, I was wondering what those things were. I'm interested. But I was doing phone calls at the time. I'm like, but I'm sticking to the phone
Dude,
call
click on everything on there. You will find interesting things.
Okay.
I made that for a reason.
It is fucking thundering. I want a fucking skeleton horse.
It's thundering. I think it's like a 50% chance that if you, like, wait out the whole storm, that one appears.
I'm going to go stand in the middle of fucking nowhere so horses can spawn. Bye, spear! Run, fucker, run. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to fucking... Ah! Oh, fucker, we're gonna be fine. Okay, we're fine. Oh, fucking fuck. So I was running off the sphere to jump into the water, right? Oh. And then, because it's a sphere now, and it's almost fucking done,
Yay.
the edges are jutting out, and I'm like, holy fuck, I'm gonna die, because I thought I was gonna hit the edges from up on top, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's bad. But nope, it turned out to be okay, so yay.
Yay.
Okay. Come on, asshole. Let's go wait for your brethren to spawn.
Now you gotta start the next sphere.
Almost done. Not done yet. Just
Okay.
almost done. I'm procrastinating because we're waiting for lightning to hit a stupid horse. It's not stupid. We love horse.
Excuse me. Did you just say lightning hit a horse? Is that how you think skeletons, horses show up? That is not how they show up.
Have I been...
Yes.
Fuck, okay, how?
They just show up. They just spawn. If it's thundering, they'll just show up. In fact, now I don't know if they patched this, because this I'm assuming is unintended gameplay, but I did a test to see what would spawn in a world that's completely Bedrock. There's a game rule that absolutely nothing can spawn on Bedrock. But what if your whole world is Bedrock? What would spawn? What's supposed to happen is nothing. But there's two things that spawn. Skeleton horses when it's thundering, and of course, do you want to guess what the other one is?
Enderman?
Huh? What?
Enderman!
Enderman? No. No, I'll give you two other guesses. It's so, like, slapping the head, like, of course that is the thing that'll spawn there. That's not supposed to.
Educated guess not. Wandering villagers?
You are correct. Of course they spawn. Of course they spawn on Bedrock. They're not supposed to. Isn't that so Minecraft to just have a bug like that?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so Minecraft. That's such a Mojang thing to do.
Fucking damn it, Mojang. What the fuck? Do they need darkness to spawn, or they spawn in light too, right?
Wandering
Question mark?
traders,
Oh,
they'll
horsey.
spawn fucking anywhere. Horses, they need, it has to be on the surface.
Yeah, scaly
And,
horse.
and yeah, it has to be dark, but it has to be on the surface dark.
Dark? It has to be dark?
Yeah.
Fucker! We're fine. Okay, I'm running to an empty, spooky lot now because it's also dark.
Yay!
Because night.
Have you heard of this franchise, this movie franchise called God's Not Dead?
What? The fuck?
It is so cringe. So this came out in like 2013-ish, I think. God's Not Dead, the first one. I'm flabbergasted that there are like 4 movies of this now. The first one is about a guy who is a Christian, and he goes to this college, and his professor is apparently an atheist, and in order to continue with the class, they're talking about how like religion has pretty much gone away, and so one of the requirements of this class is for everyone to write on paper, God is dead, which is definitely what an atheist would do.
Of course.
Of course, that's what we would do. Yeah, definitely forcing people out of their religion. Absolutely. We love doing that. That's obviously very sarcastic. We do not enjoy doing that. For those of you who are in a religion and are like, is that what atheists actually like to do? No, that honestly would break my heart. But this Christian guy is like, you know, I don't think God is dead. He's very much alive, and he like just starts teaching the class about religion and whatnot. And the atheist teacher is like, okay, part of your school project is to have a debate with me about the existence of God. And then and I think one of the arguments was like, if God doesn't exist, then atheism is pointless. And it's like, checkmate, atheists. Like, that wasn't... I'm pretty sure that's like an actual quote. It's really dumb. And so then, in the final debate, the teacher is all like, yeah, well, you know, I hate God, and this and that, and then they just get into an argument about the teacher hating God, and then the Christian lad is all like, wait a minute, you said you hate God, so you acknowledge God is real, you just don't like him, because you think he betrayed you. And he's like, yeah, he did betray me, he did this and this and this to my family, and why would a God do that? I hate God. So I think all Christians are under the impression that all atheists actually believe in God deep down, and that we're just suppressing that feeling, and that we're just lying to ourselves. I think they actually all think that.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, oh, and throughout the movie, there are depictions of like Islam and people from different religions, and the Christians are converting them from their different religions to Christianity,
Whoa.
which is not okay. They're like, yeah, you're forced to wear that like outfit that covers like your body, and like you shouldn't be subject to that. Like you should come to Christianity because our God is real and your God is a lie. And she's like, you're right. I'm being treated like shit. Like, no, that's their culture. Respect their own decisions. They feel comfortable that way. That's fine. They could dress however the fuck they want to.
Yes.
There's so many problems with the movie God's Not Dead. Um, so then the teacher who hates God but has acknowledged his existence gets hit by a car and is dying on the middle of the street because he's atheist, and it was like God's way of like, fuck you, atheist, for being atheist. You're gonna die now. And as he's dying, the the ambulance shows up, and the people who are trying to save him are like, hey, so now's your chance to believe in God before you die. You can still go to heaven. And so they somehow convince an atheist on their deathbed to believe in God, which would be the last thing that any atheist would ever want you to do. They would want you to die before you ever try to do that to them. Jesus fucking Christ. The movie then ends with the atheist guy dying, deciding to believe in God. A decision to believe in God. Not the fact that he just doesn't believe and can't change his mind. No. Apparently to Christians, it is a decision to believe. Wait a minute. If you're deciding, I don't decide my belief. I believe it because that's what I believe. But you shouldn't decide to believe something. I feel like that's an oxymoron. I decide to believe mustard is good. Like no, no. This doesn't make sense.
Would be saying the mustard is terribly delicious, or the dark light, stuff like that. But deciding to believe that's not an oxymoron.
You either believe or you don't. And evidence, you should allow yourself to challenge your beliefs with new evidence. In fact, when I was growing up, the church that I went to, surprisingly, was open to this idea, and they're like, hey, if your belief in God is so strong, you should not be angry at people trying to show evidence of God not existing. If anything, you should let yourself be subjected to that, because if your faith in God is so great, it should be able to overcome that. And if you're afraid that that evidence will change your belief, then then so be it. But you should subject yourself to what other people believe, because if your faith in God is true, then you should be able to overcome that. And I'm like, that's awesome. Thank you for saying that.
It's fucking awesome.
You finished the base for anyone to use at spawn finally? Yay! I appreciate it, reality. You're the best reality there is.
Yazes.
Yazes.
Yazes. Reality gets a gold star.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, um, I interrupted my thought. Um, God's Not Dead ends with the atheist man dying, and then no one gave a shit because they're all at this Christian concert church thing, singing church songs, and then at the end of the concert, they're all like, everyone hashtag everyone that you know, God's not dead, do it, and then they like kept pushing that into the credits. You watching this movie right now, hashtag and text everyone that you know, God's not dead, and let's make God come back. So in 2013, a bunch of people just got spam messages from a bunch of people who saw the movie in theaters. God's not dead. Hashtag God's not dead. Congratulations. Since then, there have been 2 other movies along the same premise, and then a 4th one that was just recently announced and came out called God's Not Dead 4, We the People. And it's all specifically about Christianity within the public space, and it has to do with like free speech, and it's definitely just a movie about like Republicans and why Republicans should take over the world. It's very America focused. Emma Thorne reviewed the trailer, and she was laughing by how many American flags there were in every single shot.
Oh, not the flags.
I was at Walmart today, and I saw God's Not Dead 4, We the People on DVD. And I'm like, this actually came out. Oh my god. Apparently, God's Not Dead has really turned into quite the Fast and Furious franchise. Like, it is apparently completely out of control and not anything like the original was.
No fucking way.
Okay. Have we made significant progress? I literally can't tell because it looks flat in every direction. I cannot tell how far we have actually built this floor until I get higher. Oh, speaking of which, I should actually grab all of this obsidian. It's just sitting here. I asked my manager at Chipotle that I told her that I was writing a movie about Hispanic culture and whatnot, and so I want to get as accurate stuff as possible. So I asked her, "Hey, in your best words, can you describe what the Cheesemo is?" And uh, she said, "Did I say it right?"
Yeah.
Okay. She said, "Well, it doesn't really pertain to me too much because um, my husband is white." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, Starry, what does that mean?
Doesn't fucking make any sense to me. Like,
That doesn't make any sense to you?
makes sense to me. Her husband could be white, but what about her childhood and stuff? It would make a bit more sense if I was raised by white people, but I don't fucking get what she says when she said my husband is white. I'm legitimately confused.
Okay.
Cause
Thank you, because I was confused too. I'm like, oh, well, I guess it's something I don't understand.
yeah, no. I think she was avoiding the question.
Hmm. Okay. All right, I'd say this looks pretty darn big now. I can confidently say like this is pretty big. Like it is significantly bigger than the End Island now.
Yeah, it looks fucking huge.
That's what she said. Um, the funny thing is, I'm watching this at 4 in the morning. Yay! Hey, it's getting there for us. Let's see. Oh, oof, oof. Can you guys believe we placed all of these blocks? This entire area, all of it, we placed by hand. Would I die if I fell off of this? No, right? I would survive this.
I think you would die. Try it!
Okay, let's try. Yay! Oh, we're good. But if I did die, all my stuff would just be right there. And then I could just go pick it up.
Hey.
And that's why floors are helpful. But I think this would
Um,
really help in the Ender Dragon fight. Like, if I was fighting another dragon, and the dragon kicked me off of the End Island, which is a real possibility, I'd be like, haha, screw you. I spent 2 years building a floor. Bet you
can you
weren't
just
expecting that. Go ahead.
That's cobblestone. So, does cobblestone in the end have the same effects as it does in the Nether? Like, is it just
Oh,
indestructible?
no, but the Ender Dragon will destroy any blocks it flies through as long as it's not endstone or obsidian. Um, Now that being said, though, I don't think the Ender Dragon can go this low because it's the lowest block in the world. I don't. I think it only flies around the End Island. Right? Yeah. It never, ever, 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 ever flies below the End Island. That never happens, and this is significantly below that. This is as far down as you could build in the end.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually getting to a size that I can say I'm proud of this now. This is really big.
Was that just your shameful child before?
Well, before it was like silly because it was like the size of the island itself. And it's just like, well, that isn't really helpful because the dragon can knock you way, 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 way further. And to actually have such a land in all directions is just an insane amount of blocks that it would take to do. But I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty confident that if the dragon knocked us off this island, that we would be fine. Aside from fall damage, right? Aside from fall damage, like we could still die from that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he can't knock us off the island and then have all of our shit disappear. Well, actually, no. I can, because I have totems of undying. So he can knock us off this island. I could fall, hit the ground, boom. Totem of undying saved my life. Keep all my stuff and just run back up here and keep fighting if he knocks me off the island.
Is the Ender Dragon not a she because she lays an egg when she dies?
Did I say he? Ender Dragon is definitely she. I'm using the wrong pronouns, but keep saying he. Instead of a totem, you could try water MLG clutching. I have tried it, but there's been so many times where I fell and I placed the water right next to me, and then I died. So, nah, I don't even want to. No, yeah, no more MLG water bucket. We just build a floor to the end. That's it. Can you guys find someone who has actually done this besides me? I'm curious to know who else has the insane patience of doing this. Also, do you guys see that lighting glitch over there? There's like a weird pattern that there's just light. This has happened multiple times when I was building this, where there's just some light that's coming out of nowhere, and I don't understand why it does that. Okay, thanks for hurting me, game. I appreciate it. Alright, cool. How much stone do we have left over? I really don't feel like... Oh, yeah, we took a decent amount of it. So, you have that left, that chest, and then... Alright, we got like 5.5 chests left. Oh my gosh, it's looking so good.
Yay!
Yay!
Sure. I'm completely convinced if I hadn't gone distracted and like tried to fucking look for a horse, we would be much closer. This is what you came for. Getting paid, but
I mean, look, if you put the sandstone on the inside blocks instead of the outside, then you wouldn't even have to take them down later.
no, but then I would have to live with knowing there's fucking sandstone everywhere in here. Everything is coming off later.
Okay.
Plus, it
That's
looks like
fair. What?
nice little pieces of dandruff.
Rex's dandruff. Are you proud of yourself, Abby?
Uh, uh,
Starry,
I'll be fucking proud of myself later.
when you finish it?
Maybe never.
Maybe never. Maybe I'll be proud never.
Never.
All right, everyone. Well, we're definitely gonna finish it in the next one. So that'll be dope. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was a fun time, and I had fun. Did Starry have fun today?
Fucking fun.
Yay! So much
Yay.
fun. All right, and we're going to continue more Minecraft in the next live stream. So, to see that one, go ahead and click in the top right corner there, and then to see the previous one, go ahead and click in the top left corner here. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you very much, and until next time, later days.
Jesus.
Days is...